Hello friend, welcome to Dr. Subhash Technical Campus, Junagadh. In today's tutorial topic, we will see about the Thyristor turn-on method. Means, in this tutorial, we see about the SCR turn-on method. Different type of turn-on method of SCR is like the Thyristor turn-on is also known as triggering. Now, here the one question is there, what is triggering? Triggering is nothing but whenever we give some pulse to the SCR and it become on. So, it is known as turn on method or triggering of SCR, both are same. With anode positive with respect to the cathode, a thyristor can be turned on by any one of the following technique. The different technique is required to turn on the SCR. Here thyristor is a one family and the main family member of thyristor is a SCR, silicon control rectifier. The silicon control rectifier is a 4-layer, 3-terminal, 3-junction device. Here the 4 layer is PN and 3-terminal is anode, cathode and gate, and junction is junction J1, J2 and J3. According to the condition of junction, the SCR become on or off, but SCR is not become on directly. You have to give some extra pulse or extra voltage to turn on. So, here the different method for the triggering. The first method is forward voltage triggering, second method is gate triggering, and third method is dV by dt triggering, then fourth is temperature triggering, then last one is light triggering. So, let us take a look one by one. The first one, forward voltage triggering. For the forward voltage triggering, you have to remember this characteristic. This is the characteristic, VA characteristic of the SCR. In this characteristic, we divide the 3 region, the first region, second region and third region. The first region is known as reverse blocking mode. This is the reverse blocking mode. This is forward blocking mode and third one is forward conducting mode. Now, in first region, there is no current because SCR is in off state. Here in second, this is the SCR is in forward bias, but it not conducting because the some voltage is required for the blocking purpose. And the third is whenever SCR become on at that time, the forward conducting region is start. In this characteristic, you have to remember these two current, latching current and holding current. The most important current here, the latching current is related to turn on the SCR and this holding current is related to turn off the SCR. Means after or below the holding current, SCR become off. Now, after or if our anode to cathode current is greater than latching current, then SCR become on. So, you have to remember these two main fundamental current, latching current as well as holding current. Okay. Now, here VBO. This VBO voltage is known as breakover voltage. Means whenever there is no any gate pulse at that time, after VBO, SCR become on. Without any gate pulse, SCR become on, the maximum voltage is known as VBO. So, anode to cathode voltage, maximum voltage required for the turn on without any gate pulse is known as VBO. So, forward voltage trigger occurs when the anode cathode forward voltage is increased with gate circuit is open. Means this gate circuit is open means there is no any gate pulse. If we not apply any gate pulse, then you have to increase your voltage between anode and cathode up to VBO. After VBO, junction J2 break down or break over, then permanently it break and SCR become on. Whenever SCR become on, then it start conducting to anode to cathode current. At sufficient voltage, the thyristor charges to the one state with low voltage drop and large forward. Means here whenever SCR become on, then voltage drop will become very small and current is suddenly increased. So, this is known as forward voltage triggering. Now, in next type is gate triggering. Here the many type of gate triggering available. First one is DC gate triggering, AC gate triggering, then pulse triggering. So, let us see the one by one. whenever we give permanently DC voltage source to the gate, then there is no requirement of extra circuit, only DC supply is there. This is not a perfect method or not suitable for the circuit, because we are wasting of our power, because whenever we permanently join a DC supply, then continuously it drop the power, and because the gate pulse is very small duration of time gate pulse is required, and the amount of gate pulse is very small in terms of microamperes, there is no need of extra supply. So this method is not suitable for the SCR triggering. Next is AC. Different phase shifting is required. Using different phase shifting, we can apply the AC gate pulse. Whenever we want to on the SCR, at that time you have to set the firing angle. Then after applying firing angle, the SCR become on. And last one, this is the most important, pulse triggering, because the different pulse train we can generate using different component like UJT. UJT is a triggering circuit device, or using UJT we can design a relaxation oscillator. This relaxation oscillator is required for the pulse triggering. Here in pulse triggering, the pulse transformer is required. The pulse transformer is nothing but it gives the pulse according to our requirement. Whenever more than one thyristor is connected series as well as parallel, at that time this pulse transformer is used for the triggering of the SCR. So friends, you have to remember the pulse triggering method is very good and more suitable for the SCR. Now next triggering method is dV by dt triggering. Now dV by dt triggering is nothing but the instantaneous voltage change with respect to time. Whenever the suddenly increase or decrease the voltage, at that time the SCR become on. Means whenever with the forward voltage across anode and cathode of thyristor, the two outer junction, anode junction and cathode junction are in forward bias, and the inner junction J2 is in reverse bias. So it works as a one capacitor. Friends, here capacitor is a depletion region. If any junction is in reverse bias, then it works as a capacitor. It means in capacitor there is a store some charges, and the charge store is according to the current, and it will give this equation IC is equal to C dV by dt. So if the charging current become large through density is moving current carrier in the device induce switch on. Means this method of triggering is not desirable because high charging current IC may damage the thyristor permanently. Means if capacitor charge high current, then suddenly current become very high, and the this method is not desirable because charging current is very high and it damages the thyristor permanently. So dV by dt triggering is not suitable for the thyristor. Then another type of triggering method is temperature triggering. If our voltage increase or decrease according to the temperature, if temperature is very high, then voltage become high. During the forward blocking, most of the applied voltage appear across the reverse bias junction J2. Here before the VBO, forward voltage blocking region, the most of voltage at the two side of the junction J2. With increase in temperature, leakage current through the junction J2 further increase, because here the current is totally depend upon the temperature. Temperature increase, then suddenly current is increased. In cumulative process may turn on the SCR at some high temperature. If temperature suddenly increase or decrease, then SCR become on, because J2 become forward bias from the reverse bias. With temperature triggering may cause thermal runaway, and it is generally avoided. Means here the some defect or noise, thermal runaway process is occurs, and it damages the permanently SCR. So temperature triggering is also not suitable for the SCR triggering method. Now light triggering. Now light is nothing but photon. Photon is a particles that produce the light. Now particular